Evening all, Kieran here, back with my day 5 preview of Royal Ascot. We've had a good last couple of days with 2 winners on day 2 and 3 winners today on day 3. Day 4's video is already up and uploaded on the channel if you want to go over and watch that and see what I fancy for tomorrow. But now we've had the entry declaration for day 5, this will be the day 5 video for Saturday's racing. And on Saturday, the first race we start with is the Chesham Stakes over 6 furlongs, sorry, not 7 furlongs, where Moments of Joy for Aidan O'Brien and Tremor for the Godolphin team are currently best price 13-8 joint favourites. I was very impressed by the way Tremor won at Newmarket, and I would probably think that he's going to be the one that's going to develop into the better horse in the future. But I'm willing to take him on in this race. Moment of Joy, the filly, she got beat. She won last time up when not fancied, and now comes here and has obviously been well back. Aidan O'Brien's been doing well in the 2-year-old races this week so far. The horse I'm going to back is quite an apt name considering the weather we've had, and it's Humidity for Andrew Boulding, and now with the Waffenham Racing Syndicate who've bought it since its run at Newbury, where it was a nice winner by only one Cosley in the end, only by a length and a half. But since then, the 4th, the 7th, the 10th and the 11th all come out of won since. So the forms of that debut run is definitely decent. And I think he's going to, the fact that Waffenham have bought him as well, they obviously think he's a decent type. They've had a few decent winners this week. Waffenham, who spent obviously plenty of money. And I think this boy has got a chance of going close in the first. Currently best price 6-1. He's drawn in stall 3, which is slightly negative because obviously you want to be high by the way the draw's been going so far this week. But I think James Dodd get a decent sit on him and get through. And I think he's got a good chance each way play at 6-1, and that's Humidity. And we move on to the Hardwick Stakes, the next race of a 1 mile 4, where Rebel Romance is favourite in here for Godolphin, and William Buick will ride, and I think he's got a great favourite chance here. 9-4 currently best price, not sure what price it will be Saturday morning, we'll have a see what comes from there. Won the Yorkshire Cup last time out, giving weight all round, and won quite snugly to be honest. He's globe-trotted around, he's won in Doha, he's won in Meydan, he's over all sorts of trips. Very versatile horse. Does it on the big stage in the big group races. Was 3rd in the King George last year. Obviously the form of that race is solid as anything. With obviously Blue Stock, he was 2nd and then went on to win the Arc. So he's been dishing it in plenty of decent company. I think he's got a hell of a chance coming here. He's £5 clear on the ratings of everything else, and with an ideal draw on 11, I think he's got a great chance of winning the Hardwick Stakes. I know he's 9-4 favourite, I know it's boring, but I think he's got the best chance of winning the race. Then we move on to the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes, which is probably the big race on the day, where Lazat is 3-1 favourite for Jeremy Rene and James Doyle again for Waffenham Racing. And again, I think, another favourite I'm going to put up. It's very unlike me, but it worked today, so we're going to try again with some of these. But I was just ultra impressed by the way he won after last time at Shanty. The 5th and 6th have come at James Delight, who reopposes, was 5th that day. He went and then won at the Curragh next time out as well in a big handicap. So the form is solid. Obviously, if he gets out on the loose on the front, 6 up furlongs ideally going to suit. Bags the near side rail, which like I said has been the highway to success for many horses this week. I think he can go close. Some of the other horses in the race, Inisherin did nothing wrong at York, won very nicely on first start after his wind up. And obviously then we have the Japanese horse coming across as well. There's big talk about this horse. Potentially could be a superstar in the making as well, but I'm willing to take a chance on the French horse Lazat at 3-1, currently best price. We'll see what price he is on Saturday morning and go from there. Then we move on to the Jersey Stakes over 7 furlongs, which it has removes at the top of the betting for 4-1 for Owen Burrows and Callum Rodriguez. Has won both his starts so far, both coming at Doncaster, and won them really, really nicely. Now he steps up in grade here. But the one I like in the race is Marvel Man of Andrew Boldens and Oisin Murphy. Currently best price 11-2. Was second in the King Charles II Stakes up at Newmarket behind Cosmic Year. Second start this season. Obviously Cosmic Year's gone on to finish second in the Irish 2000 Guineas behind Field of Gold, who's then obviously gone and won the St James's Palace Stakes this week fairly emphatically. The third from the race, Diego Ventura, then has gone to Longchamp and won a listed race there, and then didn't run too bad a race at Epsom the time after that. The fourth, Labot, was second today in a handicap, was only beaten a neck, very unlucky not to win. And then the sixth, Symbol of Honour, for Godolphin, has come out and actually won twice. He's won a listed race and a Group 2 at Haydock last time, so the form is absolutely rock solid of this King Charles II Stakes, and I think that Marvel Man could potentially be well thrown in for Oisin Murphy and Andrew Bolden, who obviously all have had plenty of winners this week as well. I think this could be another one that could go very close from in this race. Currently best price 11-2. We'll see what price he is on Saturday morning and go from there. Then we move on to the Wokingham Stakes over 5 furlongs for the sprinters, where More Thunder is favourite at 9-2 off the back of his 2 wins at so far this season. For William Haggis, obviously used to be trained by Sir Michael Stout, then went to William Haggis and won 2 from 2. The first being at Newmarket, and I can't remember where the second was off the top of my head right now. But the one I'm going to back in the race is a Get It for George Baker. Take a bit of a fly here. George Baker and Shamie Heffernan. Best price 20-1 currently. One of a course and distance in May last time out. Obviously only a class 3, so has to step it up a little bit. Won it very nicely that day. Cody Lyons, who was second, has come out and won since. And then Arcadian Thunder was 7th in that race that day and has finished second in the last race today. So on Thursday, as I'm recording this, so the form looks decent. 20-1 in the Wokingham. You're going to probably get 6, maybe even 7 places, and I'm willing to take a chance on Get It for George Baker. And then we move on to the Golden Gates listed race, which Sophia Gabriel is favourite for Ralph Beckett and Rossa Ryan at 4-1. Second on both his starts this season at Redcar and Sandown. I'm willing to take a chance with 2 in this, and that's purely and simply on the form line of the race they were both in, but they finished 3rd and 4th. And that is in the London Gold Cup, which I obviously mentioned earlier on, well, in the previous video for today. The horses in question are Quantum de Bethian for Boulding and Murphy, currently best price 12-1, and Ernest Bloomfield for Wathman Racing, who purchased this horse after its last run, at 10-1 for Gosden and Buick, who are having a brilliant week themselves. Like I said, they were both 3rd and 4th respectively in the London Gold Cup at Newbury, where so far we've had the 6th and the 7th come out and won since. The second actually ran today, who I put up as a tip today in the second race, but ran no sort of race, was out the back all the way around. So hopefully that isn't the same fate for these two in the Golden Gate Stakes, but 10-1 and 12-1 respectively. You're going to get 4, maybe 5 places in this race on the day, so we'll have back both of those each way. And then onto the final race on the card, the final race of the meeting, the Queen Alexandra Stakes over 2 miles, and Sober is favourite here for Willie Mullins, and currently best price 10-11. It'll be his first start on the flat for Mullins. He's had 1 start over hurdles after coming from France. The one I'm going to back in, I'm going to take a bit of a flyer in this race, and he's best price 14-1 currently, and that is Tashcan for Brian Ellison and Callum Shepherd. He's not won for ages, but he's been knocking about at the top level in decent handicaps. and he's come well down the handicap now, and I think he's best price 14 to 1. I think he's well handicapped, and if he gets a decent run through this race, I think he could maybe fill the frame in a very weak race when you look at it. You've got 10 to 11 the favourite. You've got wild waves down the bottom for the Bowling Yard. He's not done a lot. He's second favourite. Samir for Elliott, who was third in the Ascot Stakes on Tuesday, runs again. So potentially Tashkent coming here fresh, could potentially go close and finish in the frame at 14 to 1, currently best price. So that's my preview for all the races on Saturday. My best bets off this card will probably be Rebel Romance in the Hardwick Stakes, and then also Lazat in the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes. I think they both got outstanding favourite chances, and they'll probably be my two stronger bets on the day. Thanks again for listening, guys. I hope you're really enjoying the videos and the content I'm sending out. Please like and subscribe to the channel, it does really help me. And if you want to drop your nap for Saturday in the comments, and then we'll go from there. But thanks again for listening, guys, and happy punting.